Hey there, baseball fans. Nathan Rohde and Shooter Hunt here with the latest episode of Coffee and Curveballs. Shooter, you and I just had a 2-week trip all over the country. We're back at our home bases now, so naturally we're talking about the 2020 future games.
Yeah, finally, we got to get back to those future games because it was outstanding. We had uncommitted guys in the 22, 23, and 24 class that all got to show out at Lakepoint. We had 3 sites, kids from all over the country. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it certainly was. Obviously, the 3 sites we had going was a little different field than normal, but overall, I don't think it really had any effect. All 3 sites went off. Lots of offers rolling in for these guys. So let's talk about some of those standouts. From Lakepoint, our MVP was Justin Thomas out of Georgia. You talk about going off, showing out when you need to. He goes 5 for 6, 3-run home run. I think that was in his last at bat. Had a walk, 4 singles, and those came off of 90, 89, 88, and 86. So he stepped up when he needed to.
Yeah, stellar summer out of Thomas. He was getting hits at Lake Point throughout June, throughout July, and then obviously in August. But to really stamp his MVP status with that home run late was outstanding to see. And then he committed to Georgia not long after being named MVP. So kudos to him. Congrats. Excellent job at the future games.
Mm-hmm. A few overall standouts for you. We've got a 2-way guy in Jackson Gless out of Oklahoma. Up to 88 on the bump. That arm strength translating behind the plate with a 1.9 pop time. Pretty good-looking kid here.
Yeah, he was outstanding throughout. The swing really connects well. Quick hands from the right side. He's a gamer. Tough catcher. Also hops on the mound, so you know he's out there trying to win at all times. I thought he did an outstanding job in each of the day out there on the diamond.
Mm-hmm, certainly did. Out of North Carolina, we've got shortstop Seth Merry Christmas.
A great nickname already from Rohde, but I love him on workout day. I think there's power from the right side. It comes easy for him. He's able to get on plane early. It really has that rotational acceleration in the swing. Had multiple extra base hits. I think he sticks on the left side, perhaps at shortstop, but most likely at third with that power bat.
Mm-hmm. And then Colby Branch, your description is he's a gamer. Everybody loves him.
Yeah, and talking with Phil Haig and the entire Texas staff, it's just like this kid, everybody's going to like him. He had a bunch of hits on the weekend, looks the part on the left side of the diamond, can play anywhere on the infield, but some college program's going to get him, and he's going to do big things for them, and they're going to love him.
Mm-hmm. They certainly will. So let's talk about 3 standout arms in Manning West, Pierce George, and Alton Davis.
Yeah, Manning West at the top. He was up for MVP consideration as well. It was 90 and 92 with the fastball. It's a big, strong frame, but that 76 to 79 slider has wipeout potential. That's really what stood out. He struck out 6 in his 3 innings of work. Pierce George looks the part of another one of those Texan fireballers. He was up to 92 miles an hour. It's still a little bit raw on the mound, but the ball jumps out of the hand. Got some developing feel for that breaking pitch. He committed to the University of Texas not too long ago. And then Alton Davis, who committed to the University of Alabama. He's from Alabama. Big, long-limbed left-hander, was up to 92. I think his upside's really high there, and he's going to have a chance to be really good there in Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm. And the name of the game these days is power. So let's take a look at 3 power bats from the event. We had Caden Martin out of Tennessee, Isaiah Jackson from Arizona, and then Jay Murdoch from Georgia.
Yeah, Caden Martin, it took him a couple swings to get warmed up on the first day, but boy, did he put on a nice show of fireworks from the left side, sending some deep home runs. Actually did the same at area codes for us as well. Mm-hmm. It's exciting upside. He's a QB1 as well, really talented football player, but that power is really going to show. And he showed some feel for hit throughout the week as well. Isaiah Jackson, one of the prettier swings that I've seen from the left side. He's from the state of Arizona, still uncommitted now, but that power bat I think is going to have a chance to play in the middle of an order. And then Jay Murdoch, he's got such great personality about him, just fits that mold, that big power bat that any opposing team is not going to want to see in there because he'll be a threat to go deep at all times.
Mm-hmm. And as always, there's a few guys that maybe fly a little bit under the radar, but you can't sleep on them. So let's take a look at Will Radich out of Oregon, Cam Jones Jr. from Virginia, and Cade Law out of Tennessee.
Yeah, and Will Radich from my neck of the woods in Oregon, it seemed like he got a hit every time up. By the end, I said, Will, how many hits do you have? And we had to add it up, 6 hits in 3 games. It seemed like every time up there, using the whole field, it's a flat path, can really receive behind the plate, left-handed hitting catcher. He's a good one to know. Cam Jones Jr. started the week with a 6.59 on a slow track in the 60. Really tough left-handed hitter. Center fielder type, leadoff guy, can steal a bag. I watched him hit a single. He stopped at first only because he wanted to steal second base on the next pitch. And then Cade Law, another QB1 from Tennessee who shined. 3 doubles on the week. He hit everything hard. It's a real big physical frame, some athleticism there. Doesn't get cheated from the left side, but he was outstanding. Plays hard all the time.
Excellent. Well, there you have it. Several standouts from Lakepoint in Georgia at the future games. We'll have plenty more content for you on the future games, not just Lakepoint, but all 3 sites going. So be sure to stay tuned at prepbaseballreport.com. But as always, for Shooter Hunt, I'm Nathan Rohde. This was Coffee and Curveballs. And until next time, we'll see you guys at the ballpark.